are, first of all, to learn about the Python operators, and second, to learn the difference between unary and binary operators. Note that the operators are the symbols which tell the Python interpreter to do some mathematical or logical operations. So let's go and have some examples. In Python, when you write the expression 3 times 2, first of all, the asterisk is the multiplication symbol, and you're asking the Python to multiply 3 by 2. Notice that this multiplication symbol is an operator because it operates on 3 and 2. That means that basically takes them and multiplies them together. Second, 3 is called an operand because it is being acted upon. And of course 2 is also another operand. And last, the asterisk is called a binary operator because it works on 2 operands. What happens when you write the expression -5? First of all, negative is an operator because it operates on 5. 5 is an operand because it is being acted upon. And the minus sign is called a unary operator in this case because it works on 1 operand. There are some operators can act either as unary or binary operator, depending on how the expression is written. For example, if you write 7 minus 2, the minus sign in here is a binary operator because it acts on 2 operands. However, if you write -7, the minus sign here is a unary operator because it only acts on 1 operand. And if you write -7 minus 2, the minus sign in here is a unary operator because it only acts on 7. However, the negative sign between the 2 operands is a binary operator, obviously because it acts on 2 operands, one of them being -7 and the other one being 2. There are different types of operators in Python. Let me start with the most popular and the simplest ones. There are mathematical operators, there are relational operators, and there are logical operators. Each of these operators use different symbols. For example, the symbols which are used for mathematical operations are plus sign, minus sign, asterisk, which stands for multiplication, slash, which stands for division, double asterisk, which stands for exponential, percent sign, which stands for modulus operation, double slash, which stands for whole division, and a unary minus sign. Relational operators are those when they compare 2 operands to each other. So, for example, we have less than or equal, greater than or equal, not equal, and equal. I will explain these operators in more details in the later lessons. Logical operators are those which work on Boolean types such as true and false. I will explain these operators in later lessons with more details. For now, all you need to know is that there are 3 types of them. There is or, there is and there is not. These are some simple examples of how to use these operators. For example, when you say 1 plus 2, of course you are using the operator plus and the 2 operands on 1 and 2, and of course the result is 3. In here, when you say 5 less than 4, remember you are asking here a question. Is 5 less than 4? And the result, of course, is no, false. And an example for or operator is when you say true or false, and the result it will be true. Again, I will explain this in more details in future lessons. I'm going to show you some more types of operators. Don't worry about if you do not understand them at this time. This is just for you to know that they do exist. In the future lessons, I will cover these in much more detail, as I mentioned. Those types are, we have bitwise operators, we have membership operators, and we have identity operators. Symbols that are used for these are bitwise OR, bitwise AND, bitwise exclusive OR, bitwise NOT, bitwise shift to the left, and bitwise shift to the right. The membership operators are in and not in, and their job is to check to see if an element is a member of a sequence. And we have identity operators which check to see if two variables or two objects are pointing to the same location in the memory, and they are is and is not. And here are very simple examples of using these operators. For example, when you say 6 exclusive OR with 3, the result would be 5. Or when you say 2 in the list of 1, 4, 2, the result would be true. Again, do not worry about these. These are just samples. And then A is B means if A and B are pointing to the same object, then the result of this operation would be true. In the next lesson, I'm going to go over the important operators in more details and show you the examples of each of them separately.